Early, right?
So early.
St. Thomas Aquinas once said, "The whole world is a book. Those who don't travel read only one page." If that's the case, then we're all about to do a lot of reading. This group of 19 travelers from Sea Lakes is about to embark on a 9-day tour of Beijing, Xi'an, and Shanghai, China. I guess you could say our 2017 summer vacation was made in China. With the power of movie magic, the trip takes 13 seconds. In real life, the flight was about 13 hours.
We made it to China.
Tomorrow will be a long day. Tomorrow you may wake up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, but we leave the hotel 8:30. And just now you feel the largest terminal all over the world. Yeah, but if you come China after 2020, we will have another big terminal, which is 4 times larger than this one.
After arriving in Beijing, we went to our first family-style dinner and settled in at the Dinyang Cultural Theme Hotel for a much-needed rest. The next morning, I got up early to take a short stroll through the surrounding neighborhood in the eastern half of Beijing.
So I'm back in China, 3 years later. Doesn't seem like a whole lot has changed. Just taking a nice morning stroll. You get birds chirping. The sun is just peeking up over the clouds. The sound of people hawking loogies everywhere you go, and little nuggets of dog turds. China. So yeah, guys, all kidding aside, China is really an amazing place. The food's crazy good, the people are super friendly, and there's just like something really interesting around every corner. So here we go again, guys. China trip number 2. Let's do it.
Ni hao. It's really awesome. It's definitely an experience. I do think it's different than America, as not just the language or the lack of diversity, but really just everything, how they eat, how they talk, their culture, and I just am very happy and so honored to be able to be here.
So we just instead of say good morning, you just say one word, 早. Z-A-O. 早 may be a little bit harder for Americans
Our
to
first
pronounce.
sightseeing tour was at the famous and at times infamous Tiananmen Square, the largest public meeting place in the world. It's over 101 acres and surrounded on all sides by important cultural and government buildings.
So here we are in Tiananmen Square, largest public meeting space in the world. Supposedly it can hold over 1 million people. What do you think, Mrs. White? Yes.
This is also where Mao Zedong declared the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949. Next, we made our way to the Forbidden City, where a painting of Chairman Mao still keeps watch over the Tiananmen Gate. The Forbidden City was the home of the Emperor of China during the Ming and Qing dynasties. It's the largest royal palace complex on Earth, with 9,999 rooms.
What do you think about the Forbidden City?
It's pretty big, bigger than I thought it was.
What's more amazing is that it was built with no nails or mortar. All of the wooden beams fit perfectly together like Legos. This is a way that they interact with their environment. The flexibility of the building has allowed it to survive numerous earthquakes over its 600-year history.
So what do y'all think of the Forbidden City?
It's really beautiful.
I know.
Yeah? Like anything you've ever seen before?
No, not at all. It's very, like, new. It's so, I don't know how to describe it. It's really, really pretty.
From old world luxury and decadence to new. Despite having a communist government system, China's economy has embraced free market capitalism in a big way. Just check out this mall where we ate lunch. Yes, they even have American fast food. Ah, globalization.
So what kind of ice cream cone is that, RJ?
We're trying to eat too.
I think it's a green tea cone with Oreos.
Green tea Oreo. It's definitely something we don't have in McDonald's at home.
fries.
Just fries? Do they taste the same as back home?
A little better.
Oh,
Give you a Coke in a can.
yeah, look at that. It's in a can, and they give it to you in a plastic bag when it's to go. Go figure, right?
The next stop was the Summer Palace. As you may have guessed from the name, this is where the emperor spent a lot of time during the summer. It has beautiful gardens and an enormous man-made lake, where we got to enjoy a dragon boat ride. Pretty cool stuff. At the end of the day, we got to see a kung fu show. Unfortunately, they didn't allow us to bring cameras in, so you'll just have to enjoy this close approximation.
Hey everybody, it's our second full day in Beijing, and yesterday was a lot of fun. We went to the Forbidden City, we went to Tiananmen Square, and we finished off the day with the Summer Palace and Kung Fu demonstration. Today is the Great Wall of China. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you'll come along with us.
In China, many people believe in a life energy that flows throughout the universe. This life energy is known as Qi. To focus our life energy, we participated in a Tai Chi lesson. Tai Chi is a type of exercise that people all over China do every morning. They do this energy for fitness and to focus their Qi to help their daily lives. The Temple of Heaven was the site where the Emperor presided over sacrificial offerings to the gods of heaven. Hopefully, this would bring good harvests and good fortune to the empire.
What's like the weirdest thing you've seen since you've been in China?
People taking pictures of us.
Yeah, yes.
I would expect to take pictures of them. They're taking pictures of us.
Yeah. A part of me wants to go like, no.
If they take pictures of you, take pictures of them taking pictures.
Yes, that's the best idea.
That's what I do.
What's also the weirdest thing? Oh, the wheelchairs. Like the wheelchairs on the street.
It's like double wheelchairs.
Yeah. And then the little cars are like
Smaller than a
box.
Fiat.
Yes, very smaller than a Fiat. And two people fit, and it's like three wheels. Yes.
Cool. So now here we are in Badaling. We're about to go to the most famous restaurant in all of China. I'm standing in front of it right now. It's very cultural. People here love it. You may have heard of it, maybe not. So if you can see the sign there behind me, yep, that's it. How does it feel to be eating at the most famous restaurant in China?
Well, I haven't eaten here yet, but it's pretty awesome to be ordering KFC in China.
Yes, KFC.
挥寂寞，挥挥手，总有我，总有你在心中。朋友一生一起走，那些日子不再有。一句话，一辈子，一生情，一杯酒。朋友不曾孤单我，一生朋友你会懂，还有伤，还有痛，还要走，还有我。Okay, that's the song.
Chairman Mao once said, "You're not a real hero until you've climbed the Great Wall." I guess we've got us some heroes in this group, because we totally climbed the Great Wall.
Dylan, how you feeling now that you've only gone up like about a half a mile of the Great Wall?
I'm sore. I don't know. I'm sore. It's tiring.
You think you're gonna walk the whole thing or what?
No, we can't do that.
Yeah. What about you, Nick? Oh, you look like you're like totally ready to keep going.
Ah, I got it. Yo, one more.
What do you think, Amanda? Is it steep enough? I better hold on to something.
I was saying that you have to live in the moment because sure you can see pictures of places and you can hear the stories, but being there is your own experience.
After the breathtaking experience of the Great Wall, we returned to Beijing for the calming of a traditional Chinese tea ceremony.
It's very small, but this one also when you taste is from the green tea. Also the aroma is from jasmine flower. In China, this is one kind of the tea, and also for entertaining the friends and the whole family.
Here we are in a rickshaw, having lots of fun in China.
Thank goodness for the rickshaw.
Yes, after a walk on the Great Wall, you really need a rickshaw. There's no other way to get around.
Our last stop was at the home of a local family in the Hutong district of Beijing, where we were invited to enjoy a home-cooked meal. Hey, they even introduced us to their pet cricket.
Okay. So they're scared.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, they're scared. I'm not looking at it anymore.
On our final day in Beijing, we visited a local middle school. You may have noticed that basketball is slightly more popular than soccer here. The students performed for each other, and we all exchanged gifts. This is a really great way to wrap up our time in Beijing.
How did you enjoy the school visit?
I loved it. I'm never
gonna forget this experience with
I
my
like talking
students.
to them.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
They're pretty cute, right?
Yeah, they're the sweetest. They're sweeter than people than America. It's awesome.
Now that we've explored China's modern capital, it's time to check out China's ancient capital, Xi'an.
We still beat Mr. White!
Like many great cities of the ancient world, Xi'an was built with a huge city wall. This helped defend against bandits and attackers.
So what's it feel like to ride bikes on an ancient city wall?
Pretty bumpy.
Today, it's perfect for a scenic bike ride.
All right, so how was it riding bikes on an ancient city wall?
Difficult, very difficult. We had a double bike. It was weird.
Yeah, well,
but it was interesting.
Yeah, so what's been the most fun part about being in China up till now?
Climbing the Great Wall. That's been, it was rough, but we made it. Either the Great Wall or like actually going to like somebody's house and like sitting down and eating dinner there. It was pretty cool. And like the big old cricket in the cage.
Time to head to the Xi'an Hotel for a traditional hot pot dinner.
All right, so now we're here in Xi'an to see the famous Terracotta Army. This was the army that guarded the tomb of China's first emperor, Emperor Qin Huangdi. Let's check it out.
Emperor Qin was a ruthless man, and he believed that his enemies, of which there were many, would try to seek revenge on his soul in the afterlife. So, before he died, he had local artisans build 12,000 life-size clay soldiers and horses. They were placed outside of his tomb and designed to guard him for all eternity. Years later, a rival emperor destroyed the terracotta statues, and they were forgotten for nearly 2,000 years. When they were accidentally discovered by a farmer in the 1970s, they were all shattered in pieces. Archaeologists have worked for years to reconstruct the statues we see on display today. The only soldier to be found completely intact was the now lucky kneeling archer, seen here. This was the second optional excursion on the tour, the Tang Dynasty show and dinner. The food was great, the entertainment was outstanding. What an awesome way to learn about China's history. hotel in Xi'an was a short distance from the local basketball stadium, so I had to go check it out. It turns out that the NBA is hugely popular in China today. This is all a part of something called globalization, the integration of cultures, people, and economies all over the planet. It can be pretty easy to forget you're in China sometimes because they have so much of the same stuff that we have in America. But then you see something that is so out of this world that the otherworldliness of China kind of kicks in and reminds you this is definitely not home.
We make it like this. I get some water and put inside, and I will use an ink stick like this. It's made by the petrol ash or the colonial oil mixed with gelatin. I will use this to grind it in the ink stone in the same direction. Then it will become the liquid you have got.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We had a Chinese calligraphy lesson. Hey, success! We can all kinda write dragon love. Just look at that technique. Outstanding. The last stop in Xi'an was the Muslim street market. A great place to find cheap trinkets and some strange snacks.
On the last day of the tour, here we are in Shanghai, one of the largest cities in China and one of the largest cities in the world. It's kind of like the New York of the East. A lot of people, a lot of things going on everywhere you look. It's kind of hard to take it all in. But it's the last day of the tour. We're ready for more adventure. So let's do it. You know, in China they have a saying. They say that Beijing is the city of government, Xi'an is the city of the history, but Shanghai is the city of magic.
I think that the best way to see Shanghai is from above. At the top of the Shanghai World Financial Center, you can get a really amazing view of the entire city. Urbanization on an insane scale.
All right, what do you think of this ocean?
Everything good, excellent!
All right, if you could describe this in one word, what would you say?
Scary, I guess.
Scary? It is a little bit scary. Yeah. All right, so if you could describe this in one word, what would you say?
Scary.
Scary?
Yeah.
Allison already used that one. You have to find another word.
Traumatizing.
Traumatizing. Okay, great.
Scary.
Everybody's already saying scary. We need more original words.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. Okay, that'll work.
Unimaginable.
What's that?
Unimaginable.
Unimaginable. I like that much better.
It's surreal. Like, I don't know.
Surreal.
I've never been this high up anywhere before.
Awesome.
I feel like a bird.
The next morning, we got spiritual at the Jade Buddha Temple, one of the most famous shrines in all of Shanghai. Check it out. This is one of the 3 Jade Buddhas that reside here. After the temple, we had a guided tour of a local silk factory. They showed us how high quality Chinese silk is produced, all the way from the silkworm to a pair of silk boxer shorts. Our final sightseeing tour in Shanghai was at Yu Garden. It was once a private home, and today it's a public garden and meeting place. I think it's probably one of the most beautiful homes I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it's a little bit out of my price range, so I won't be looking this one up on Zillow anytime soon. The coolest thing I saw in Xi'an? The friendships and bonds created when people experience new things together.
How has this tour changed the way that you look at the world?
Well,
now, like I know it's like way more diverse. Like we see about it and hear about it like on social media and stuff, but it's like a totally different thing. Like experience it like for real. You actually get to see it in person and you like get to feel the difference and stuff.
The world?
Yeah.
There's so much that I haven't seen. There's a lot of differences. Yeah.
And that we should learn to appreciate each other more.
There's so many different beliefs and yeah, there's so many different beliefs and cultures in the world.
Yeah. I got a different view and perspective on a lot of different things that you get to see on TV. I actually got to experience a lot of it firsthand.
I've seen how diverse China is by the culture and the food, and it just made me open my eyes and see how we have it really good in Houston.
Yeah.
This tour has changed me by making me a more grateful person. It has made me want to be more knowledgeable about the world, especially about the people and places that are in it.
Well, it's definitely made me a lot more curious about the different cultures around the world and a lot more grateful for what we have here in the United States and how it's so much different, so much like not what we expected over in China. So it was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed it.
I feel like this trip, or traveling in general, helps open your eyes to like other people's culture. So like instead of just like American, we've experienced like Chinese cultures and Canadian cultures.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how it's opened my eyes a little bit.
This trip has changed the way I look at the world, about how like good the U.S. has it and how different, like, because it was legit like we went to a completely different world. And the society there was just completely different, and it made you like be more appreciative of like what you have and what we grew up in. And I mean, even though it was really cool to go visit, I don't think I want to ever live there because I'd rather just be here at home.
This trip has changed the way I look at the world because it's taught me to be grateful. You know, not everybody's standard of living is beauty, but what you call beauty, some people call ugly, and what some people call ugly, they call beauty.